in a peaceful, ginormous mansion, a rich family was messing around on their screens.
But the head of the family, however, was taking a peaceful stroll in the garden.
Peaceful stroll by the gazebo and just looking around at all the gorgeous plants. When all of a sudden, everyone in the house heard a blood-curdling scream.
Did you guys hear that?
The whole family decides to go check the scene out.
What was that?
I think it came from the garden.
What the?
Come on, let's check the garden.
That's a weird sound.
I had to become from the garden.
As the whole family walked down the hall and out the front door, they realized that the head of the family was murdered brutally. White Monkey with top hat in shock runs back to the house to go call the cops. Hurry!
Yeah. I'm calling the cops, guys.
Okay. Top hat, the phone is at the ATM.
Oh, ATM. Where's that?
Yeah.
Oh, and then I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost now.
Well, yeah, but
Ring-a-ding-ding! Ring-ling-ling!
in your body, so you have to go back.
I don't know how to
Top Hat proceeds to tell the cops that he needs an ambulance and a police officer and a detective over there now. They say we have no detective, but we do have a sheriff who is qualified for a detective. The detective cop runs down to the garden after arriving at the house.
The crime scene's here.
Pink leads the cop down to the crime scene,
Body's in here. Body's right
The
there.
body's right here.
and they realize the cop sees the dead body and is like, I think someone was murdered here. Oh well, he probably just died of old age, but that's okay. We'll have a funeral for him tomorrow. I'll call my best lawyer for him to read the will. He'll be here in 2 days, says the cop, and everyone continues on with their lives. Somewhat distraught and sad about their father's death, the children run to distraught and upset and worried that there's a killer in the family. The children are scared and sad about their father, all except for Top Hat. 2 days later, the lawyer comes. Knock, knock, knock. I'm the lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm the lawyer. I've come to read your father's will to determine who gets the money. Hey, we need all the children in here so I can read to you his will. Everyone, take a seat, please. Take a seat on the chairs, Take a seat on the chairs, please. Sir, I need you to take a seat on the chairs.
Oh, yes.
I'm reading you your father's will. Understand?
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Sit down, sit down.
My children,
Dude, up here.
if you are here, if my lawyer is reading this to you, I am dead. I'm sorry, but I think someone has killed me. If I was murdered, I'm greatly sorry for leaving you in this way. The money is being left to the person who I thought most deserved it and would use it well. The second head of the family will be Party Hat. Thank you. I'm sorry to all my other children. I did not think you were worth my money, as you made bad decisions with it all your lives. I am sorry. Party Hat made the best decisions.
Okay,
That's the end of his will.
Use his body now. Come here.
Oh, also, he leaves the house to Party Hat. Okay. Later that night, Hat and Party Hat are having a conversation up on the 3rd floor. Little did Top Hat know that the family placed cameras around the house so they could determine who the killer was.
Did you give me any of your money?
In the will.
No.
They will. Why not?
Okay. Okay, wait.
Because I don't trust you.
Camera 2.
Oh, Dinky Toy.
Get away.
Top Hat hurries and goes through a door, a hidden door inside a wall. The family is so Top Hat quickly uses a secret room to get to his bedroom. Everyone decides to go to sleep after a long night. They don't even know they don't even know that Party Hat was out. They assumed that Party Hat was sad and depressed.
Alright, I'm coming. Going back.
Top Hat goes to his room and decides to take
hey.
a nap.
Wait. Party.
And then he woke up,
Pink.
and then the next morning, he woke up to the family's blood-curdling screams.
I have to go back to Glizzy Balls to take the wheel.
Now scream! Everyone rushes up the stairs as fast as they could. Everyone running up the stairs as fast as they could. They decide to call the police. They had no idea that the cameras were still rolling. When all of a sudden, the police officer comes up to the crime scene to find Party Hat and dead.
What?
He realizes that someone is murdering the heads of the family to get the money. But the family decides to check the cameras. Top Hat gets extremely nervous and starts to sweat. Oh no, what if they catch me? Top Hat says. They decide to turn on the cameras, and they realize that it was too glitchy, and last night the cameras died mysteriously.
Party. Party Hat.
Alright.
The police officer says to the family, I will... The police officer tells the family, I will get my lawyer to come read his will tomorrow. Before Party Hat was murdered, luckily the lawyer got what he wanted in his will and gave the one person the money. Now everyone sit on the chairs, be ready. The sheriff's gonna be here this time to see who has a reaction to the will. Pink, where are you? Okay.
Right here.
The sheriff is gonna watch the event to see who reacts the worst. Got it? So the sheriff comes in. So the sheriff and the lawyer comes into the room.
Hey.
Shh, guys, we're starting. Okay.
Oh shit, yeah.
Sheriff,
We're starting.
the lawyer talks to the sheriff. The person who gets the angriest is probably the killer. The lawyer pulls out the will and decides to read it. Look at the lawyer whispers to the sheriff, look at who has the worst reaction. Hey, get on. The ghost of Party Hat is haunting everyone in the room. When all of a sudden, the lawyer says, I, Party Hat Monkey, who is white, have been left my father's money, who has been deceased and murdered by someone in our family. I think I have an idea of who it is, but I'm not going to say it out loud to avoid causing any other drama, especially if it's not actually them. I am leaving all my money to my favorite sibling, the one who is the kindest, and the one who would help me out if I needed it. Pink Monkey with Party Hat. I leave you all my earnings and the house that father gave me. Here you go. Here's the keys, and here is the password for the bank account.
Thank you.
You may all leave now. The sheriff and the lawyer realize that Top Hat has the worst reaction, and then all of a sudden, the sheriff handcuffs the Top Hat Monkey. Cuff him. When all of a sudden, I am not the lawyer. I'm a detective. And me and the sheriff are partners. And we have determined that you are the murderer.
Party Monkey.
You are the murderer. You are murdering your family members for the money, aren't you?
Party Monkey.
Aren't
Yep.
you?
Yep.
You're going to jail for a long time. Take him away, Sheriff.
White Party Monkey.
No, alright.
And the family lived happily ever and kind of sad and depressed about the trauma they witnessed. And they all had to go to therapy.
Hey.
The
Listen here,
end.
donkey.